Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're all well and having a great day so far. If you're new here, hi, I'm Emma and I make bookish content, TBR videos, reading vlogs, book recommendations, all of that good stuff. So if that's your thing as well, you might want to consider subscribing and joining our little community. It's time for another TBR video, one of my favourites to film and to watch. I could sit and binge watch TBR videos all day. I don't know why really, I guess I'm just a bit nosy and like to know what everybody's reading. Taking a quick look back at September's TBR, I've read 8 out of the 10 books, which I'm really happy with. I have got 2 more to read, which are Assistant to the Villain and Spark of the Everflame. I do have a few days left of September and I know that both of these are going to be featured in upcoming reading vlogs, so I'm pretty confident I'm going to get to at least one, if not both of them, before the end of the month, which I think is pretty good going. There's a few new releases that I want to add to my TBR this month and I've already pre-ordered them. The first being Soul Searching by Lila Sage. So Lila Sage was a new author to me this year and I have read her Rebel Blue Ranch series, which is cowboy romance, and I really enjoyed it, but I think this one's going to be quite different. It's the first in a new series and it's a Western romance, but it does have a supernatural element to it. I think the main female character can communicate with ghosts and there is a haunted house, so I think this is going to be perfect for the start of spooky season. I'm also adding Tourist Season by Brianne Weaver. She's the author of Butcher and Blackbird and I think this is also the first of a new trilogy. The FMC is a serial killer and she kills tourists that she perceives to be a threat to her picture perfect town. And although it's about a serial killer, I think like Butcher and Blackbird there's going to be a comedic element to it, so maybe a bit tongue-in-cheek and not too serious. I'm adding those books to my October TBR straight away, and normally I'd choose 10 books in total, but as I'm not working at the moment I do have a little bit more time than I'd normally have for reading, so I'm still going to choose another 10 at random to add to my TBR. I also did a book haul fairly recently, so from that haul I have restocked my cart. I don't use TBR prompts to choose the books that I'm going to be reading in the month. I prefer to do a blind pick. So all of these books are wrapped and numbered and then we're going to choose 10 numbers at random out of my trusty TBR jar. So all that being said, let's get to picking some books. I'm going to give them a bit of a shuffle round and hopefully I'm going to just try and pick out one at a time. Okay, let's see what our first number is. So we have number 25. Which is this one right here. I've got no idea what any of these are, guys, so it's going to be just as big a surprise to me as it is to you. Okay, so we've got Next of Kin by Hannah Bonham Young. Hannah Bonham Young was another new author to me this year. I've read Out on a Limb and Out of the Woods. I really enjoyed both of those books. I have got her new book People Watching and I think that I will get to read that before the end of the month. But I'm really excited to read some more books from her because, as I said, I really enjoyed her writing style. So this is a romance book. Don't know anything about it really, but yeah, happy to have it on my TBR and read some more of Hannah's books. And we have number 47. That might be on the back of the card. Yeah, it's this one here. Okay, so this one feels like more of a chunky book. Number 47. Feels like it's a hardback, so not too sure what it's going to be. Oh, okay, so From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I have read the Blood and Ash series before, probably a couple of years ago now, but I was keen to do a reread of this series and also the Flesh and Fire series because her new book has just come out and the timelines in these two series are going to intersect. So I'm really pleased that I've pulled this out, and yeah, that means I've got at least 10 books in this series that I need to binge read, and I'm very happy that I've got this on my TBR. And we've got 24. This one is a much skinnier book, so hopefully I should be able to read this one fairly quickly. Okay, so we've got The Tenant by Frida McFadden. I was completely new to Frida McFadden until last month. I pulled The Crash on my September TBR and I really enjoyed it. These are great books for me because I read a lot of romantasy and romance, so they're good palate cleansers to have a thriller, and they're also not too long as well, so I can normally read one of these in about a day. Don't know much about this book. I know that a lot of people have enjoyed it. I think it was released over the summer, so yeah, always happy to have a thriller on my TBR list. So number 66, I think that will be on the back of the card. So again, this feels like a paperback and it's not too thick either, so potentially another one that I can read quite quickly this month. This is The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst, and I don't think I could have honestly chosen a better book for October if I tried. From what I understand, this is a cosy fantasy, which I've not read too many of these before if I'm honest, but I think that it is giving me autumn vibes for sure. There's a beautiful, beautiful cover, and I also like that it's not too long. Often with fantasy and romantasy books, they're, you know, big sort of 500-page plus books, but it's really nice to have sort of a standalone book, and I think that a sequel to this has been released fairly recently, so if I like this one, I might be picking that one up as well. Number 45, and again I think that one's going to be on the back of the cart. Yes, it is. So this is another big chunky book. It's also a hardback by the feel of it. Oh, did I show you the number? I don't think I did. The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Clarissa Broadbent, and I have been really looking forward to starting this series. It's part of the Crowns of Nyaxia universe. I think that she's writing these in duology, so this is the book one of the first duology, and I believe that it's about vampires, and from what I understand there's some sort of tournament, so it's going to be enemies to lovers. They're going to be fighting and competing in this tournament, and I do really enjoy a tournament trope in a romantasy book, so yeah, really looking forward to reading this one. Number 42, which is on the other side, I think. Okay, so we've got another chunky hardback book. I seem to be getting a lot of these this month, and it's probably going to be some sort of romantasy because a lot of my hardback books tend to be that genre. And this is On Wings of Blood by Briar Bolin, and I've been dying, absolutely dying to read this. Mine is a really lovely Waterstones edition, and it's got these beautiful sort of dragon scale sprayed edges. I don't know much about this book other than, you know, there's dragons in there. There possibly could be vampires as well, but it's been on my radar for quite some time. I was going to pick it up when it was indie published, but because I knew that it was going to be traditionally published, I wanted to wait and get like a special edition. But I'm very, very happy to be reading this month. I've been dying to get my hands on it, and I think the second book is being published later this month or in November. So again, if I really enjoy the story, I'm not going to have to wait too long for the next book. Number 32. Oh good, we've got a small paperback. I was getting a bit worried actually about how long some of these books are, but actually yeah, I should be able to break it up with some of these shorter reads. Try and show you the book first. It's The King of Wrath by Anna Huang, and she's the author that wrote the Twisted series, which I very much enjoyed. It is a dark romance book, and actually recently I did pick up another cover. The Works have released these beautiful exclusive editions of the series, so they've got more of a colourful cover. So I'd only got this one previously, but now these new covers are out, I'm going to buy the rest of the series in this format. I think the characters from this, the main character, I believe we met him in maybe book 3 and book 4 of the Twisted series. We saw a glimpse of him. I think he's friends with Christian. So I'm really interested to see where this is going to go story-wise. But yeah, nice to have a bit of dark romance to break up the fantasy. Number 3. So this is a paperback for sure, but it does feel a little bit thicker than some of the others. I'm not sure what it is. Truly Madly Deeply by L.J. Shen, and this is one of the books that I purchased in my recent book haul. I do have the second and third book in this trilogy on my bookshelf behind me, so again, if I'm really enjoying the story, I'll for sure be picking those up shortly after. It's called the Forbidden Love series, so normally with forbidden love, that's you know, quite a well-known trope in the dark romance and romance world. So I've not read anything by this author before. I'm very keen to try something new. I'm always happy to read books from new authors because there's a lot of like potential new favourites to discover, and who knows, this may become an auto-buy author for me in the future. Okay, so 2 more picks left. I think I've just got one. Number 8. And again, this is a paperback, but it feels like a pretty chunky one. Do you know, I've been wanting to start this series for quite a few months now. It's The Book of Azrael by Amber V. Nicole, and it's book 1 of the Gods and Monster series. A lot of booktubers who I watch and really enjoy, I know that my reading taste is quite similar to theirs. They all rave about this book, so it's been on my radar for quite some time. I did want to try and read the first 3 books pretty close together. I think book 4 is coming out certainly this side of Christmas, So if I start this and enjoy it, I'm probably going to be wanting to read the rest of the series. But I have got a few series that I do want to get read before Christmas. I did do a video about 5 series that I want to read before the end of the year, so I have those. I obviously mentioned earlier that I want to read From Blood and Ash and the prequel series to that. I'm not sure that I'm going to get them all done, if I'm honest, because there's quite a few books in each of those, but definitely going to try and get this one read this month. And yeah, happy to find out what it's about. I don't know too much about it other than the fact the main female character is called Diana, and I believe that she is a morally grey character. I've not read any books with a female morally grey character before. They've all been male previously, so I'm really intrigued to see Amber V. Nicole's take on that and how she's going to portray Diana in the series. And last one is number 52, which is on the back of the cart. Oh no! Hang on guys, I think I'm going to have to move some of the books around to get this one out. Finally. And this is another chunky paperback, so maybe I was being a little bit too optimistic earlier when I said I'd still pick 10 rather than reducing that down to 8, but who knows, it might be a bit more of a challenge and stretch me a bit more this month. Okay, so we've got Kiss of Iron by Claire Sager, and I am really happy that I've pulled this one out actually, because this series, The Shadows of the Tembrous Court, is part of, you know, one of the series that I want to read this side of Christmas. So actually it's 2 birds, 1 stone, so to speak. It is pretty chunky though, but again, this is a trilogy that has been on my radar for quite some time, so I'm really happy to get it read. And I'm also really pleased that I've got a lot of romantasy in my TBR in October, because as the weather gets colder, I want to come home, get in some comfy pyjamas, snuggle up on the sofa with a blanket, and I think romantasy is the perfect read for this time of year. So yeah, happy to have it on my TBR, and I can't wait to read it. Actually, I think it's going to be a challenge for me to decide what to read first this month. So let's do a quick recap of the 12 books that I've got on my October TBR. First of all, I have Soul Searching by Lila Sage, Tourist Season by Brianne Weaver, From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout, The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Clarissa Broadbent, On Wings of Blood by Briar Bolin, The Tenant by Frida McFadden, Next of Kin by Hannah Bonham Young, The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst, King of Wrath by Anna Huang, Truly Madly Deeply by L.J. Shen, The Book of Asriel by Anna V. Nicole, and finally The Kiss of Iron by Claire Sager. Those were all of the books that I'm going to be reading for my October TBR. Please let me know in the comments if you have any thoughts on them. I love to hear your feedback. Please keep it spoiler free though. And also let me know what you're planning to read in October. I always love to chat with you in the comments. It's one of the reasons that I started my channel. I could talk about books all day, as you guys are probably you know, beginning to realise if you've watched a couple of my videos already. But that is everything for today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please let me know by giving the video a like, and if you'd like to see more videos from me, hit that subscribe button, because I'd love to have you back. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next one. Happy reading in October.